book stretch. Dave is going to get everything at 90 degrees, so go ahead and get your legs up. If you're laying on your right side, you want your left foot underneath your right leg. Make sure the back is nice and straight. Engage the core. Go ahead and open up, Dave. Make sure when you open up, your eyes are following your hand. When you're in this position, squeeze your shoulder blades together to get a deeper stretch. Go ahead and come back. We're gonna go for one more. Double checking that the abs are engaged and we're squeezing those shoulder blades together. Go on to the other side there. Same thing, double checking that everything is at 90 degrees. Back is nice and straight. Now that you're on your left side, the right foot goes underneath your left leg. Abs are engaged. Go ahead and open up. Eyes following the hand. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. Bringing it back. And that is the open book, y'all. Mid-back stretch, what Dave is going to do is he's going to bend his left leg and slowly bring it over to his right side. Some of you guys who are tight may not be able to go all the way and you might end up looking like this, which is fine. Just keep working on it. Dave, go ahead and come back. And he's going to go again. Nice and slow. Hopefully you guys are able to get as far, if not further, than Dave in this stretch. Go ahead and come out of it. Dave, switch over to your right side. And you may notice that on some sides you might be able to get further than the other side. That's fine, at least just one part of your body better than the other. And that's your prone mid-back. We're gonna go for external hip rotations. So what Dave is gonna do is make sure that when he lifts his right leg up, his toes pointed forward, abs are engaged to keep him bouncing. He's gonna go ahead and rotate the hip out, down, bring it back down, and then switch to the left leg, up, out, and down. This will definitely get the hips open and get you ready to start working out. And that is your hip external rotation. Right here, we're gonna do a pigeon stretch. So go ahead and raise your right leg down. You're gonna pull from the ankle and the shin or the kneecap, doesn't really matter. Put it back down, and you wanna go for the other leg. Hold for about a second or two, bring it back down, and then switch again. And that is your dynamic pigeon stretch. All right, guys, right here is the dynamic knee to chest stretch. So Dave is gonna raise his right leg and bring it as high as he possibly can. Hold for a second or two and switch to his left leg. And if you guys find yourself losing balance, make sure that you're sucking in your stomach to your spine to engage your core. And that is your dynamic knee. We are gonna go into the dynamic leg pullback stretch for the quad. So Dave is gonna raise his right leg, pull it back, hold it for a second or two, and then switch to the left leg. And again, if you're finding yourself having trouble with the balance, engage your core, or you can go ahead and hold on to something. Side view. And if you're really tight, you might even feel it in that hip flexor. And that is your dynamic leg pullback stretch. All right, guys, we are gonna go into our dynamic hamstring stretch. It's called Frankenstein, so it's basically just a straight leg kick, touching the hands. Dave is gonna start with his right leg, kick it up, bring it back down, start with the left leg, and switch off. And that is your dynamic Frankenstein. We're gonna go into more of a movement dynamic stretch. We're gonna go for butt kicks to get the quads just a little bit more of a stretch and get that heart rate going a little bit. So Dave is gonna stand in place and just kick his butt for 1 minute straight. All right, guys, so Dave is gonna go for his dynamic chest and shoulder stretch called Hug and Love. So Dave is gonna start by opening up the hands and hugging himself. Making sure that you're opening up as wide as you possibly can every single time you are performing this stretch. And this is your dynamic.